big race today. So try to do all the loud things now, early. It's like 5:04. I don't know if you can see that. But I had to grind my coffee, so I got that made up. Power Engineers. And then made my breakfast. Pretty much always start out with some oatmeal. Today we got cinnamon, banana, a little bit of honey, and then a couple eggs with some hot sauce. And then I got some pills that I normally take. Got some fish oil, vitamin D, and then just a little multivitamin as well. Yeah, but yeah, it's freezing this morning. It's like 42 degrees. So got my puffy on, winter cap. It's like it's winter again. Doesn't feel like June. Yeah, so this is usually how Sonny and I start out the day. He's just hanging out over here. Got all our stuff packed up for the race, for the kids. Sunbun just hanging out, laying down. Got all our warm clothes for the kids. It's a little bit too dark yet outside to be moving the chickens or doing anything with the chickens, but we'll go out there in a minute to go in the workshop and check on the brooder. So I can turn the lights on in there. Yeah, so we got like almost a 2-hour drive over to Ithaca to do my race today. It's about a 10K. It's like 6.6 miles. Running around one of the state parks there. So really excited for that. It should be just absolutely beautiful. It's a great area. I don't know if you guys have ever been down there. Cornell College is down there. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna bring my coffee and let's go check on the brooder. Try not to do this without banging the tripod into anything. All right. Move my coffee here so I can use both my hands. One second. Alrighty. Okay, we're outside, so I can talk a little bit louder without feeling like I'm gonna wake anybody up. Yeah, so this is normally how day starts out here. Usually make my breakfast. I don't eat it usually right away. Just like to kind of drink my coffee and hang out for a minute, let my body wake up a little bit before I try to force some food down into my belly. I don't know about you guys, but any of you, like, if you eat or try to eat too early, just get sick, like feel a little bit nauseous? I don't know, happens to me. All right, so first step here, let me try to angle this. All right, I'm just gonna get some water. So I got 2 buckets here. One of them goes to the chicks. The other one goes to the broilers. So it's gonna be a little bit loud. Hopefully it's not too windy. But I'll fill one of them pretty much all the way up, and then the other one about a third. The water in the brooder, it doesn't need that much. It's just the 1 gallon water plus I'll dump any extra onto the plate for the water to clean it off, or put it into the big bucket for the drip water. And so this first one's pretty much almost full. Just wash that out. So we'll fill both of these up. Now, what's Sunny doing? Now, how, usually I carry them both over to the brooder, but it's going to be hard to do that with one hand. So maybe I'm going to try something different. All right, so maybe I will bring you over here. I'll bring you over here, and I'll set you up. You can watch me carry some water. Sounds exciting, huh? All right, let's see here. There we go. All right. Oh, here comes Sunny. There he goes. All right, got my 2 buckets. So now let's go check on the little chickies out here in the brooder. All right. Also, I can give you a sneak peek of something we've been working on. It's pretty exciting. All right, here, let's sit you up. All right. So, what's the operation here? So, slide the top off, and then I'll pull out the water, pull out the 2 feeders, fill those all up, fill up this feeder as well, which looks totally empty. And I'll throw some wood shavings in there. It's these guys here. But today it doesn't look too dirty, so I'll probably put in a bunch tomorrow morning. But all right, I'll sit you up and take a look. Okay, so. All right, water. this out. Alright, get some food. So, let's bring you over here. Alright, so I got 2 bins. Far one there is with the broiler food, and then I got some just regular chicken feed for the layers in this one. So usually just set the food containers on top of this one for the hens, and just scoop it in there. Sunny loves chicken food. It's weird. I don't know why. Watch out. Watch out, buddy. Alright, so if the kids were out here, they would just take these little cups and they love to scoop it out and put it in here too. Rennie especially. But yeah, it just takes a couple of scoops. Fill this up. And if any spills, I'll just dump it back into the container. No big deal. Fill this up. I was a little bit worried last night. My left leg just felt like it was like a freaking 2x4 just attached to my hip. I don't know what was going on, but it was pretty stiff. Yeah, see, there he goes. Look at him just licking the food out of there. Hey, stop it. You're not that hungry. I know. I feed you. All right, let's see here. Let's put you. How's this? There you go. You can look in there. Yeah, but anyway, my left leg just felt like it was so stiff. I'm not sure why, but this morning, thankfully, it's feeling quite a bit better. So, it's a little bit concerned, but seems like everything's gonna be all right. It'll be hard to run 6.6 miles on a bum leg. All right, so there's that. Check this out over here. I'll put the lid back on in a second. But here's something, a little something we've been working on. So this is a sign that we're gonna put out in front. So that's it's gonna say pasture raised chicken here, and then with my phone number. Pasture raised part has not been painted yet, but yeah, Hannah was working on that. And then that's where this table here, just where I keep my bow and everything. So, all right, now next step, we gotta get some food for the layers. So, had a little bit spilled, I'll just dump it right back in there. No problem. And put the layer feed in this bucket. Just scoop some out. And then we're off to see that. All right, let's see here. Turn this back around. Okay. Let's see here. I might have to do some some gymnastics to hold both of these deals here. All right. So I need the full waterer. There we go. And then we'll be on our way to check out the layers. A little bit more quiet out here. The chicks are loud, man. Just in there peeping away. That's good. You don't want them to be quiet. That is a sign. But yeah, it's getting light out. We're gonna be packing up and heading down to Ithaca soon. So I kind of got to hurry a little bit more more than I normally would. All right, so now I'll show you how this works here. All right, set that up, switch this around. Okay, so this is a little shelter that I built for the layers. So what I'm gonna do, all I gotta do is just grab that little handle I built there, and I just gotta pull it, and then that moves the whole thing. The chickens move along with it. Okay, it's just that easy. So now, hey, get out of there. Sunny also likes to eat chicken poop and then throw it up later, so that's fun. But I had to put these bricks on here because the chickens were like jumping and forcing their way out. They were like pushing the lids up and then jumping out. So didn't want them to do that because I want them to stay alive. I don't want them to get eaten. So for the food, I will typically just dump it in there and they just peck it off the ground. So just dump that in, and then I'll pull out this part of the milk crate so they can jump in here. Try to get you a shot of that. So they can jump in there. It's a nest box. So this is just a milk crate attached to the corner there. So they just jump in and lay their eggs whenever they want. Just gotta make sure to put the little gate piece back in because I don't want them to sleep in here. You see how this is nice, clean straw? I want it to stay that way so my eggs are clean. So don't want them to sleep in there because when they sleep, they poop a lot. All right, so that's done. I can leave that here for now. Okay, so now we gotta go check out the broilers. All right, grab my water bucket, grab that food bucket on my way back. Yeah, it's a great way to start the morning. Seems like we should get a pretty nice day. It's definitely a little bit chilly, but should be a decent little day here. We've been having pretty cold winter or spring here. It was a cold winter too, evidenced by my ridiculously high electricity bill. I don't know about any of you guys, but I saw an article, and I believe it because my wallet feels it. But here in New York, electricity rates have doubled in the past 2 years. So I believe it. Man, does that not feel good. All right, so let's see here, the operation here. So before I move it, right, I'm gonna move it to this spot over here. Before I do that, I gotta do a couple things first. So I gotta pull, there's a feeder in there. I'll pull that out, and then I gotta put the dolly down to break the surface contact on the back end here, and then it's free for me to pull it from the front end. So let's take a look at that. Try to back up a little bit so you can get a good look. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so that's how you kind of free it, and then let's go ahead and move it, and then we'll go grab some food for him. Alrighty. So there's a little handle over there. You can kind of see it below the water. Sonny's checking out the chickens, seeing how everything's going. So I'll just grab that and then just slowly walk forward. All right, that's it. So you saw me kind of peeking in there. I want to make sure that none of them are up against the back wall before I move it, because that's a good way for them to get crushed and killed. So, all right, let's go grab them some food. Go grab them some food. These spots where they've been at, see, I try to feed them some scraps too, but ground's all scratched up and pooped on. So these will be the spots that are the greenest, the earliest out here in the field, and they'll stay green the longest. So it's pretty cool to see their manure doing its work. I don't know where Sonny's going. Come. Oh, he's coming now. You can see him. All right. It's a little dark in here. Let's try to open this up a little bit so you might be able to see. Yeah, should be able to see. All right. So I put the food into these barrels here. We got 5 of these 55-gallon food grade barrels. So that's where I put those. Put the feed. So now I just gotta scoop it out of there. So I give them pretty much a full 5-gallon bucket right now each day. I mean, they eat every last bit of it. So don't feel like I'm overfeeding them at all. All right, so that's pretty much full. Let's grab this. I'll grab you, and we'll come back over here. Hey, no, Sonny, no. Come here, come here. I give him a not Sunny, but give. But the chicken's a chicken carcass from dinner last night, and Sunny got a hold of it. I would prefer him not to eat cooked chicken because the bones can kind of splinter and poke him in the throat, which I don't want to happen. So prefer him not to do that. So I'll make sure I throw that into the compost on our way back. All right, let's put you over here. So these guys are hungry. You can kind of see they're coming over here. So what I do is I'll pour a bunch of feed just in through the top here, and then pour the rest into the feeder and put that in. I do that to kind of separate them out because they swarm the spot that you put the food in. So yeah, so you can see they pretty hungry, pretty aggressive first thing in the morning. So that brings them all over there by pouring that little bit in, and then I'll pour the rest in here. All right, and then you can put the water, fill their water up, and move the dolly, and then we are done. All right. So they got full water, so I'll just leave the rest that's in the bucket here. I'll just leave this over here. So that's full. All right, and then I can show you how we pull the dolly up. Sonny, go on. Get out of here. Oh, you're gonna have to stay in the garage while we're gone. Go on. Alrighty. Okay, well, that's it. That's all the morning chores there. That's usually how I start my day. Now I'll go inside, drink my coffee on a normal day, drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. But we gotta get ready to go here soon. So I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for tuning in or watching after the fact. Leave some questions for me. What do you want to know? What do you want to see? Yeah, let me know your feedback, and I'll see you next time.